Hello.
You will get our regular intro at 9:30 since Pete ended the 10 a little early tonight. Yeah,
it's a special intro. Yeah. We're starting a little early because the show, the Hot 10 ended early, and just figured we'd give a little time to get things out of the way, to let things soak into the viewers. There's been
let things marinate a little bit.
It's not there anymore, so let's just go ahead and get used to it.
Do you find yourself doing this all the time with the phantom beard?
I do a little bit, but what I don't miss is I no longer have to, at least once a meal, I was pulling hair out of my mouth.
Oh, no. I get that.
You get that stray hair that gets in there, and you're like. I did trim the beard. I did trim it. I was telling Styx, I did end up trimming it a little more than I intended, which is usually the way. But I get to see how fat my neck is. Which I need to work on that.
Yeah, that's my problem. Every time I shave mine too, I'm like, oh, whoops. Yeah. Well, I need to lay off a couple meals.
But it'll grow. I was also telling Styx, and this is true. Although I'll throw a little hyperbole into it. It's the holiday season is here, so when you're as fat as I am and you have a big beard, people approach you and want you to attend their holiday parties.
Oh yes,
to be Santa, and I'm like,
as this gets more and more white, I get asked more and more often, or at events where there is a Santa, people keep coming up to you and be like, "We got to get you next year to do this."
No, it's still there. It's still there. It'll
come back.
It'll come back.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to deal with what Styx and I have to deal with of a cold weather winter.
No.
So that's why I grow mine in.
My wife does say I look younger. Maybe so. I don't know. I'll take her word for it. I do think, like I said, I do think this without the beard, I look a little more angry all the time. I think the beard gives me a little jolliness that I'm gonna have to try to compensate by trying to
emote a little jolliness.
Trying to smile a little more. Up there.
Get it up in there. It's fine.
You can't hide it anymore.
Yeah.
But we do have as you can see. We're missing. I haven't done the intro yet, but welcome to. We're not joined as always by the great Dom Tober. Dom Tober has he's gotten lost in New York Comic Con.
Got lost in his hometown.
Yeah, Bruce first said he was gonna go look for him, but not too hard. He said I'm not gonna look hard. He just keep an eye out. He said.
Yeah. Bruce is in Pittsburgh with Max. I told them to hop on if he makes it into Pittsburgh in time, so maybe they'll hop on a little bit later. But yeah, Dom is apparently in an event party, so he's special.
He's special.
Yes,
well, it's time people recognize.
Is he hanging with the peasants this week?
No.
Oh no.
No, not the peasants. Okay, good. So he's not.
No,
I'm
sure he's tired of the crowds and the peons of which he.
Oh my God, I can't imagine. I'm going tomorrow. I'll be there tomorrow. So.
Okay. Well, you can spread a little cheer. Dom did post a video or two, and he was already saying how miserable it was with all the people around. So.
Yes, I wish Dom would give more videos of what's happening there versus him just walking and a close up of his face on the con floor. Because it would be nice.
I see Bruce for in the chat. Bruce for is in the chat. Hey, Bruce for, how you doing? I don't know why you can be in the chat, but you're not here, but that's okay. This isn't SNS, so we won't throw a tantrum about it. But Bruce for said, Max might be on. Max might be on, but I've already told Bruce we do have this. Renovision is a little upscale. I mean, no sitting on your bed eating Cheetos while you're streaming on Renovision, Max. So it's a little more upscale here. So
yes, definitely.
I don't want to see a headboard.
No headboards. So NYCC seemed hopping this week. This seemed to be the place to be.
The whole starting the day early has really, it seems like 2 days early has kind of thrown me. It seems like day 3 already. I'm out of money. I should have installed some of that parental lockdowns on my computer, and giving Bruce Brewster's the only one I trust. I'd give Brewster the
Oh
password,
God.
but he won't let me. You guys would let me spend money. Brewster tries to, shame me.
Next week we are going to talk about the NYCC exclusives, looking at a week after, because I like to look at things after the prices settle a little bit and kind of see where the cream has risen to the top and where some of those other ones have fallen.
If the books were actually worth fighting over, that's what we're going to talk about next week, right?
Yeah, because apparently there was another fight today.
There were some fights.
Yeah, it's the second Momoko cover fight that we've had in subsequent years. So.
Yeah, I know. I'll be happy if I get there and then no one's pooped on the floor. That's all. So I'll be.
Nobody wants any errant turds lying around. So,
Joe Richard has a question for you. Have you heard of Satellite for Conan books?
No, unless it's the old some of the old covers from Savage Sword, the magazine size.
It sounds French.
Oh well, it is about that time. We're close enough, so we're gonna run our spooky intro.
The velvet voice of Jedi Johnson slaughters along the way, while the ever-scary Styxboy shall rot away your brain. Bad to the bone, Brucifer has pickups for days that slay, and the great Dom Video Rod will be bringing you the pain. And behind the terror Joe's doings, we are all dogged and damaged. We are prepared.
Yay, AI is wonderful.
I said it before, I stand by it. I don't think you could have picked two more perfect characters for Styx and yourself. I
thought I did pretty good.
There is no room for improvement on either one of those selections. They're perfect.
I thought that they were pretty good. I wish the AI was a little better interpreting my lyrics, but
So I got a question at the end, and I never paid attention until you slow it down. At the end, does it say we are prepared sometimes?
Yes, it does.
Is that what it always? I never knew they said that.
No, I threw that one in.
You just added that. I was like, man, if that was in there the whole time, I completely missed it.
Yeah, I thought it would be fun.
I appreciate the Marty Feldman. So
yours is hilarious.
Yeah,
is hilarious.
I love Marty Feldman.
I figured it was fitting.
I still haven't seen Terrifier 3. I'm sorry. I did watch All Hallows Eve, which is like compared to Terrifier is like rated. First appearance of Joe and I were talking about this the other week. First appearance of Art the Clown is actually in All Hallows Eve from 2013. But yeah, it's like so mild compared to it's gore, but compared to Terrifier, it's like PG rated.
Yeah. I'm waiting for Terrifier 3. It's doing well. It's doing well in the theaters. People
they come out so quick now. Beetlejuice is already out on pay-per-view.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could watch The Joker if you want to torture yourself.
Fast nowadays.
Yeah.
Even the street vendors are giving them away.
It's crazy. I guess it's good if you're shut-ins like.
I love it. I love it. I will shell out on a purchase or rental if it's a movie I really want, if it comes out early, because what the hell, I was going to spend that much if I went to the theater anyway. So why not?
Well, if you guys will, here we go. This is one of Joe knows what I'm talking about.
Canada.
Styx knows what I'm talking about. Dom doesn't know anything I'm talking about because he doesn't create content. He just reacts to it. But in every content creator, you always wonder, is there going to be something? Is there going to be enough next week that this segment can carry on, or is it about to die on the vine? Right?
No, it'll live forever.
This one just seems to just keep providing, and trust me, I don't prepare really for this. Like, couple of hours before the show, I go on and start looking for these. And I'm like, oh God, I'm up against the wall. Am I going to get it done? And it's just, it's always there. So
yeah.
Canadian man walks 38 dogs at once to break the world record. Here we go.
Yeah,
I was surprised how low that number was. I thought it would be a higher number.
Well, you have to walk apparently half a mile, which I thought Canada was on the metric system. But anyway, you walk half a mile.
I only work in freedom units.
What a war. The previous record was in South Korea, 36 dogs. So, cool. I mean, it just seems like...
Yeah, there were 38, but they got hungry on the way.
Yeah, I mean, that whole... You can see, like, the people behind them. That's just people with doggy bags picking up the poop, I guess, because, that
I marched in handfuls of parades. I know what that's like walking behind.
Spoiled.
Watch out for those road apples.
Yeah.
Next, we have world's largest pair of jeans. Measures 250 feet long. This picture, I tried to make it as big as I could. These pants are hanging off of a 6-story parking garage. Chinese textile company assembled a team of more than 30 garment makers to break the Guinness World Records of largest pair of jeans. The garment makers with Yixing, whatever, spent 18 days to create this massive pants, which measure 250 feet, 5 inches and 5 inches long, and have a waist circumference of 190 feet and 10 inches. I strive to
fill those pants.
My eating habits, I don't know. If I live long enough.
Yeah, those are big pants to fill. So.
The jeans measured 18,000 feet of fabric, 59 inches of zipper, 3 foot 94-inch stainless steel button. And they weigh almost 8,000 pounds.
Jesus.
That is something.
That takes a mighty big washing machine.
People have too much time on their hands.
Yeah, especially, I mean, I don't know. Take up a sport or something. I don't know. Do something. I don't know. And from there, we transit to the world's smallest washing machine, which is smaller than a Tamagotchi. An Indian man showed off his miniature engineering skills, creating the world's smallest washing machine, measuring just 1.28 inches by 1.32 inches by 1.5 inches. Guinness record confirmed that Mr. Saji's washing machine is smaller than a Tamagotchi digital pet. It's the smallest in the world. Now, in order to qualify, Mr. Saji had to demonstrate that his washing machine was functional and could run a full cycle of wash, rinse, and spin. It weighs less than, it contains digital calipers. It weighs 0.88 ounces, slightly more than 2 Oreo cookies.
Jeez.
Again, people have too much time on their hands.
What are you washing it? Inch high private eyes.
Yeah, somebody's going to try to put their dick in there. That's what I'm guessing.
That might be how it started. I mean, you know what I mean? That's probably how this little invention started.
Washing machine.
Yeah. It's like, hey, wait a minute.
Need something to clean my prick.
Yeah, God.
All right.
Say hi to the chat.
Let's say hi. GT Comic, thumbs up and howdy. What's up, GT? Green Label Crew, what's going on? Tommy Styx is in there just Oh, Styx, what is that?
The
Yeah.
vampire.
It's a vampire. It's a vampire.
There we go.
Bruce is there to show us that
He's too good for actually getting on the
Yeah,
street.
He's teasing us. He's teasing us. Yeah, I'm here.
Terry, hey all, what's going on, Terry? Ritrell, what's up? Happy Friday to everybody. Hey, Bluebeards, what's going on, Ed? We'll get back in shape. More Bruce for. What am I doing on this side of the street? That I don't know.
We don't know.
That's what we're all asking.
Yeah. Get your ass over here.
And hey, Mama Bear. Mama Bear knows my face is naked, and maybe it is the eyebrows. I have those high arching eyebrows. Maybe that's why I look like angry or surprised. I don't know. He's at a New York. I guess he's saying Dom's at a pickle party in New York.
Yeah, the New York City pickle party.
I'm not gonna. At least he's got a social life. I'm not gonna. Good for you, Dom. Good for you. Ritrell. Okay, we already covered this question. Hey, people were just. All right, somebody got to remind me what we're talking about. Trying to see if I missed anybody. Terry, what's going on, Terry? Degrassi. What's going on? Did I miss anybody? Degrassi. Got a lot of conversation, which is great. GT is actually way down in the chat. It means is GT actually watching us live?
I love it.
He might be.
I'm a little nervous.
He came over to watch us talk about the Canadian.
The man got good books on eBay.
What's going on, Cosmic? What's going on? What's up? What's up? All right, that's it. We are going to transition since Bruce is not here.
Yeah. I guess we're. I guess I get the reins tonight for this thing. Yeah, so we have a list tonight, received by Pete. It's something. It's something tonight.
That's one word for it.
I think Pete is fucking with us.
Yeah, I'm starting to think so. So first up on the list, we got Rainbow Bright and the Star Stealer. This is a DC one-shot. This is your first Rainbow Bright comic that showed up. It is the official adaptation of the movie. I believe this was from '86. There's news that there's a new TV show in the works and a movie. So there's a little bit of fire behind Rainbow Bright now. This book is about $25 in just kind of raw mid condition. This is a book that is probably not easy to find in really great condition because I have a feeling these were probably beat to all hell.
Yes.
But it's your first Rainbow Bright, and it leads us to our next bunch of books. Is our first Rainbow Bright, Rainbow Bright series. So if people can't find your Star Stealer,
did Pete put this together?
Yeah, Pete put it together.
Pete, I don't know if you're watching or not, but if you don't want to do this segment anymore, then just don't do it.
You know me, I choose books with top heavy ladies.
It's bad for our reputation. We're trying to be tough guys or pretend to be. You're making us review Rainbow Bright.
Yeah, this Dynamite series from Rainbow Bright has a handful of covers.
I'm sorry, I agree.
No cover. None of these covers that are there, and there's probably about 6 of them because it's a Dynamite book. Even the ratios should really be over $10. Even like the 1 in 20s and stuff like that should be about $8. None of these books should be over $10. So if you're out there looking to sock away some Rainbow Bright books to flip when there's a little more traction with the movie and the TV show.
Cosmic, I can only offer this. All right, we're gonna do a game segment later. I don't know when, end of the show probably. That hopefully will balance the scales and may actually get us kicked off. Peace.
Nah.
Channel. I don't know, but stick around. We're gonna get a little more
It'll get a little saucy a little
A
later.
little more saucy. That's a good word.
Uh,
Stickers.
unless-
I even made a fresh intro for Jedi segment, so it's good stuff.
I would say unless Joe's taking off his shirt during the show, we're not getting kicked off anytime soon.
No,
Well,
nobody
this
wants
is
to see that.
this segment we're going to do.
Nobody
later
wants to
in the
see my
show
ample
is,
bosoms.
It's a cousin, second cousin of Joe's mugshotties. It's related. It's
It's good. It's in the same vein.
Maybe
It's
it's
good
just
stuff.
yeah.
Next up on the list, we got Crypt the Shadows 1. This just came out, I think, on the 16th. This just came out this week. This book is getting a little bit of heat. It's the introduction to Amaranth, who will be in that new Champions book, I believe, and the first appearance of Joshua Jovan, who I have no clue who the fuck that is, but
Can't remember.
he's in this book. It's that time of year. It's how, you're getting close to Halloween. You put out some darker themed books, throw in a first appearance. It's getting a little bit of traction. Like I said, raws are moving for like $7 to $9. So this is just the A cover as well. So, if you want to pick it up for a first appearance, who knows what will happen with the new champions, if any of those characters will take off. But we'll see.
Oh, Joshua Jovan is a monster hunter. He was in the Werewolf by Night. He was the big guy with the beard sitting in the chair.
Oh, there we go. So you're getting them in the comics now. So I don't know. I like the darker side of Marvel. I like when they put out some of these that aren't as bad as Blood Hunt. So hopefully,
this is I have
fun.
the series. This is a good series.
Good. Next up on the list, there was an announcement that we'll get a Power Man Timeless book in 2025. This is the book that came out late 2023, early 2024 for Timeless. Timeless is a bit of a mess because they put Timeless 1 out in 2021. And then he put out Timeless 1 in 2022. And then he put out Timeless 1 in 2023. But this is the one that came out in 2023, late 2023, early 2024. And you get your you get your Luke Cage, your old man Luke Cage on the cover there. There's also a ratio of this, which is pretty nice as well. Again, this book is a good cheap book. It's only about $6. I'm sure you could probably still dig it out of some cheap bins out there as well. But we'll see where it goes. People like the older characters. I believe this one also has that future Moon Knight character in it as well. It's his first appearance. So it's a book. And last up on the list, another book. It's a book. You got the Avengers, the Children's Crusade #1. This is where Wicked and Speed go searching for Wanda. People seem to be hopping on the Wiccan train now with Agatha, which is a show that I've kind of given up on. So I can't get into it. It's fine. If people like it, that's great. I just can't get into it.
I binge watched the episodes that were available now. I binge watched all of them. I like it. So,
it's a show. It's a show. It doesn't do it for me. I like Catherine Ham as an actress. I love Aubrey Plaza. It's just it just doesn't do much for me. It's not where I wanted them to lean into the supernatural side of things for Marvel. I was more happy with the Werewolf by Night one shot that they did. That's how I wanted them to lean more into the supernatural side, but they chose not to go that route. So we'll see. It's a series.
We'll see how it ends up. That's what I'll say.
It's a show. I mean, it's a bridge show. It's supposed to carry you to the Vision series, the Vision Quest, not the Matthew Modine Vision Quest, the Vision Quest with Vision.
I think it's only 2 more episodes. I think this was the third. This week was the third, and then next week, and then Halloween is the last episode.
My advice would be watch Penguin. It's
not going to have a Journey soundtrack. What you're saying?
Yeah. Don't stop believing. So that's what we got on the list tonight. It's a little thin. Pete is going to be doing some NYCC stuff that I think he's going to be dropping up this week, looking at some of those exclusives.
Saving the more interesting stuff for himself. Okay.
Yes. I don't know. To me, the big thing, the big book that came out so far of NYCC was the Momoko cover Spawn book, which caused a fist fight apparently.
That's what they're fighting over.
Yeah, that one came out of the gate on the secondary market at about $350, and then it settled down to around 240. So
yeah, I love how and I don't know the case of the Momoko. It might actually be legitly, gone. But if you're watching like Whatnot, a lot of the sellers will be like, "Oh, it's sold out already. Can't get it." Well, yeah, because you guys
because they have stacks of them. Yeah,
you guys have stacks of them.
Yeah.
But I mean, for like 3 digits.
It's Spawn. It's Spawn. Spawn does what Spawn does. Mm-hmm. There's crazy Spawn collectors.
Yeah, Spawn's got the crazy collectors, and that's what scares me. We were talking before the show. So does Vampirella has crazy collectors too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that David was not David Mack. Will Jack.
Yeah, that Will Jack one was very hot.
I don't know, but I'm gonna have to probably wait a while for that one.
I try to keep myself away from exclusives, con exclusives until well after the con, because 95% of them go down in price significantly. Yeah. Most of the time below what you could have just bought it for there, especially what you could have bought it for out of the gate at the secondary market. So I tend to wait. And if I miss one and it stays hot, I'm like, hey, sometimes you got to be happy with just, hey, I missed a book. It happens.
Yeah. It happens. Not every one of these exclusives are going to hit or hit big. So by waiting, you're going to save yourself a lot of headache. Yeah. I mean, and plus, if you're not going to the con, you're saving yourself, let's see, $75 to get in, plus the headache of walking around smelling people. So,
people are awful. I just dislike.
Yeah. Take it in, Jedi. Take it in.
It's awful. It's awful.
Like desperation.
So be careful out there if you're looking for these con exclusives. Please don't bet the farm on reaching for some of these books that are quite out there.
Also, Whatnot had those packs this week.
Oh God, the packs are bad. They're even more lame this time than they were last time.
Yep.
Well, you want a prism cover of this book that already exists?
No,
it's just the same cover and different color.
We've upped the gold to prism.
Yeah, it's all a bunch of bullshit. People like it. If you like it, you like the idea of the chase and looking for those things. But like I said, they're just repackaging reprints in there with different colored covers for the most part. So it's just like, I don't know. If you don't have that book already, do you really want to go chase a red bordered rare Ultimate Spider-Man 1 so you can watch Uncle Ben and J. Jonah Jameson?
No, Terry's right.
Sit in the steam room together and touch tips.
There are some cool exclusives out there, and there are some that are affordable. You're absolutely right. And there's plenty that you can get without, selling the farm. But there are some that are just getting hyped up and, trying to push everybody's FOMO button. And just wait on that.
Yeah, I'm saying buy what you like. And if you're at the con, I have no problem buying an exclusive while I'm at the con, knowing that it'll probably go down a bit in price. I just hate what happens with the secondary market because people go up to a booth, they get the books, then they go sit down, and then they immediately sell the books 5 minutes later at 5 times whatever they got it for, and then a week later a lot of those books come back down to earth, and I feel bad when people overspend on books because
I've watched
every week
plenty of streams, especially on Whatnot, where it's a $20 book and someone's paying like $45 for that book when you can go right over to the website and pay $20 for that book.
Yeah. I mean, I will say I bought.
Know what you're buying, people. Know what you're buying.
Styx is picking me up the exclusives that I prepaid for, but those were $15 each, so I'm not going to complain. I wanted the Lilith. I wanted the Lilith exclusive because I like Sean Gordon Murphy stuff, and I like the Lilith series. But I was like, $15, that's fine. but just be careful out there.
Anybody got pickups? Are we?
Yeah.
I got a couple.
Right?
I got a handful. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I'll continue to go through my stack here. Ugh. Okay.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're fine.
Do you feel the breeze? Do you feel the breeze? I always feel the breeze. The second I shave, it feels cold.
I feel the vibrations of it swaying back and forth. All right, so I got some Vampy. It's Halloween, and I like Vampy. So I don't know who this is a cosplay. This came in a lot. I don't normally go for cosplay, but this one, I don't know, decent. I don't hate it.
Good.
This is Zerdy Vampy foil.
Zerdy.
This speaking of cosplayers, this is Raichi. This isn't actually. This is a painting of Raichi as the model. She's a Vampirella cosplayer. I like this one too. I think I may have this one already. Now thinking about it. Oh, this one I love. I almost want to save it for last, but I've already teased it. Wow.
That is nice. That's nice. Almost getting a little clam in that one.
This is I'm trying to read it. I can't pronounce it. Wow. This one's just Vampy having a tantrum. This is Perillo.
I like that one.
I like the Rage covers.
Yeah, this is Perillo though, right? So I think Perillo's got great Vampies. I believe these. Okay, well, we're going to get into what Dynamite does. We have Perillo in that shade.
20,000 covers.
And we have only got two. I don't know how many there were. And then, of course, we have Perillo and that.
That's a different one.
Ultraviolet shade.
Yeah.
Vampy Dark Reflections. Who is this? I have no idea who that is.
I don't know, but I like it.
Me too. I don't know this. I couldn't tell you who this. Again, these all came in a lot. I have no idea.
Oh, like Batman homage.
Another Vampy.
Nice.
And this one, I've got this one graded, so I've actually got this one signed by Silva Micah, but it came in the lot that I bought. This is Derek Chu, Vampirella Purgatory. Signed by Mr. Chu.
Okay.
Nice. Not as thick as I'm used to with Chu, but nice.
And this, one of my favorite, maybe not my favorite Frizen, because my favorite Frizen cover is still the Beauty 1 in 25. This may be my second favorite Frizen cover now. This has been out a while, but
and good on you, by the way. The trade dress one on that tends to be harder to find than the Virgin. So
really, okay,
yeah.
I did not know that, so I guess I just got a little lucky. That's all I got this week anyway. I still got a stack over there.
All righty, let me Styx, you got anything?
Yeah, I got a couple things. I'll show off. This week I just hit up the local LCS. One of my LCS is at the mall, so I stopped in at FYE. I picked up some Nebula sodas.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, both were commons, but that's all right. I like Nebula. I picked up a couple copies of the Terminator book this week.
Perfect.
And then fresh this week.
Then the blank. I bought some Terminator con exclusives from 616. So I got the silver and the red.
Jang.
Yep, John
Jang.
Got those ones. Looking through the bins at the LCS at the mall, I found this gold key secret agent.
Oh, nice. I love Peter McGoon.
And I only paid $10. It was like a $30 book.
How often do you go to that mall? Do you you go there a lot?
I think we go like maybe once a month.
Oh.
During the winter, we only go during the Christmas time. So
they restock the bins then.
Yeah, they restock the bins. Yeah, it's not always something, depending on what it is, but like I always look at the Dell and the gold key stuff to see if they restock it.
Yeah, some places get stale. That's why they're being.
Now, I think this is the first. I'll let you tell me if I'm wrong, but I picked this up for $8.
Oh, Russell. Nice.
Yeah, Twilight Zone. I believe this is the first comic of the Twilight Zone. I could be wrong.
It might
Really?
be.
Wow.
And I only paid $8. If
Paid
what I'm seeing
15
online is correct, it's about a $45 book.
Dell is often the first to comic for
Looks like
a
it's
lot
in
of the
good
TV
shape, too.
properties.
Yeah, it's got a little bit missing on the bottom there.
Oh, I didn't see that before. Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, it's a pretty decent. And the secret agent here,
I love Peter
That's
McGill.
like-
I am a big fan of The Prisoner.
that's like an 8 at least. I mean, that's a beautiful book. But that's it for me. That's all I really got this week. I'll have a little bit more next week.
I did not get a ton this week, but what I got, I was very, very pleased with. So, little Kickstarter action. Little Jasmine Darnell.
Bad rep.
Yes. Now there was a.
Oh, now she got that.
Kickstarter.
There was a version. This is the Kickstarter. There is a version of this that's called like How to Lose an Election, something along those lines.
Oh yes.
Same cover. Yeah. It was the 1 in 10. This has additional stuff in it, but this was the Kickstarter. I'm a big Jasmine Darnell fan.
Hey Tyson, I know Tyson's a little late in here. Yeah, Dom is lost at New York Comic Con. Brucifer went to look for him, so he says we don't really know how hard he's looking.
Probably not very.
So yeah, but yeah, you're stuck with just us today.
We got a little.
Oh, there you go.
Little Mark Spears Monsters. This is the 1 in 50. All Days of Future Present. Yeah. And then a little more Mark Spears on the monster side. This is the Keen Spot exclusive. Then I got some flops that came in this week. Very, very happy. A little Frankenstein Unconquered.
Did you? Oh, you did. I see where it says now. I didn't see it at first.
Yeah.
You censored it.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like she may be unconquered. Looks like she's trying to conquer.
A little more.
There you go.
He didn't censor the butt crack, but
No, why?
Yeah.
It's fine. We've all seen butts. I got a couple copies of Torch, some more flops, another Kickstarter.
Oh, okay.
And this thing, I didn't show the uncensored version. I just have the censored version here with the clothes on.
Or dance.
This was a Kickstarter that took, I don't know, a year and change.
Wow.
To get fulfilled. But it's a beautiful Carla cover.
yeah, she wasn't
Virgin.
she wasn't selling those on her.
No,
it wasn't her stream, but the stream she was on, she didn't sell those.
I got the topless version as well, but it's just a really beautiful. I mean, I love Carla's work, but that book is just really, really pretty. So it was finally fulfilled. I'm very happy. It was worth the wait. I got so many Kickstarters I just forget about, because when it takes that long to fulfill, you just forget about it, and that kind of sucks sometimes. But it's fun when they finally fulfill it and you get it like a year or so later, and you're like, oh shit, I completely forgot about this book. I really wanted that. So it's nice. Let's see what we got here. All right. So for this week, I just picked a few here. I tried to stay away from most of the NYC stuff except for one, but there is a new Mystique series. The Rose Besh cover is pretty nice. You can get the trade dress as well, but 1 in 100, it's a pretty nice cover for Rose Besh. And the Mystique cover, or the Mystique series, has a lot of good covers as well. I also like the Venomous to get a lyrics cover on as the A cover.
Lyrics. Okay.
Yeah, it's a really good A cover. So for a good cheap lyrics book to throw in the stack, it's definitely a good one. And then for my NYCC exclusive that I like this Vampirella Dark Reflections 5. This comic
he always draws his women with that kind of wet hair look.
Yep, I like it.
It's all like that. Yeah, I do too. And by the way, I saw a couple of one stream I was watching had some, because he's at New York Comic Con. It may be his first con, is what a lot of people are saying. Maybe his first one in the mainland. But his signature is really cool. For those that like different signatures, like, you know, if you like Momoko's signature because it's written in Japanese, I guess he writes his in like Korean symbol, and then he'll write his like in English underneath it. I don't know if that's how he always does it or if he's just doing that for the con, but it looks really cool.
Yeah, there's a version of this as well where it's all just in sunlight, where it's all bright, but this one with just the one little sunbeam there, I thought was a pretty damn sharp cover.
Yeah, I got to figure out how. Is that on? It's New York Comic Con. I wonder if that's no. I got to get that. Damn it, Joe.
But you know the way a lot of these places are, they go, oh yeah, Comic-Con exclusive. The next thing you know, you could find it on their site, for sale.
I kind of want this. I kind of like it signed too, because it's like I said, his signature. It's just, I don't want to overstate it because it's the same, but it looks so different. And if you're kind of into those, like I said, if you like those different, like Momoko and Rose Besh, how they kind of sign it differently. This is as
a Vampy fan, you know everyone draws Vampirella differently, and I get tired of I do love Perillo, but I get tired of Perillo covers after a while. I get tired of Windsor covers after a while. You know, I like to see somebody different draw her that catches my eye, and this one definitely caught my eye. So.
Yeah, it's a winner. Just interesting. I've seen a lot of his just from watching some streams. I've seen a lot of his artwork, and he draws the lady covers, and the women always. I don't want to say always because I'm sure I haven't seen all of his work, but his women always look like they look like they just got out of the shower and just hop out of a pool or something. There's
a nice shine to them. It's good stuff. The Will Jack cover is probably the winner of NYCC in terms of the Vampirella covers. But I don't know. I know when I do any of these lists, I always try to kind of grab the stuff that nobody else is picking in terms of some of the covers.
Wow, if the Will Jack is better than this one, wow, holy crap!
The Will Jack is pretty good. I'll dig it up while Styx is doing his spiel later, and I'll pull it up.
I've heard people talking about it, but I just because I don't know, you think I'd have Googled it, but I didn't. So yeah, I still don't know what it looks like.
It is a winner. Now coming up in the future, you all know my love of Dan Panosian. I can't help it. I love Panosian's art. And Pop Kill, which has normally just been Kickstarter stuff from Paper Films from Jimmy and Amanda, is coming to Mad Cave. And this is a beautiful.
It is beautiful. Please don't expect lightning to strike twice, though. I mean,
no. Well, nothing's gonna strike like the Hughes cover of Pop Kill, and especially this will be open order, whatever. I love it. I collect a lot of Panosian stuff.
That's cool. It's very sexy. It's nice. It's a good cover.
It is a great cover. If you want to pre-order it, and you don't want to wait for it to show up on like comic shop pre-orders, you can pre-order it directly from Mad Cave. It was $6.99. So there's also a Still Freeze, which they don't show, cover as well, which is I think $10. So good stuff. My second one on this list, I just love these. This Battle Action, which is magazine size anthology book, is great.
The cover doesn't get. The cover's cool, I guess. I don't know exactly what he's looking at there.
It's about a future sport.
I
believe called Death Ball.
Other than it's a ball coming at him. I see now. Yes. Okay, I got it. Mm-hmm. But I just thought it's written by Garth Ennis, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, that's going to be.
Yeah.
Be probably pretty dark.
This Battle Action magazine has some really cool covers. They got some good old war style covers. They have some interesting. There's a shark cover in one of the issues. It's one of those magazines out there that kind of goes under the radar. But I'm noticing more and more stores have magazine racks now at the LCS. Between stuff being oversized, like distillery books and stuff like that.
You have to, or else you're going to be selling damaged books if you keep trying to.
Yeah. But well, it used to be harder and hard. Normally they would cram them somewhere in a corner or whatever. But I'm seeing more display racks with magazines now at the LCSs. But it's a good series to look for. And last on the list, they are bringing Herculoids to comics. Granted, it'll be Dynamite. Yes, there's a lot of covers, but it's a fun Panosian cover. And if you're a Panosian collector, it's one to throw in there. There hasn't been a Herculoids thing for quite a long time.
That'd be interesting. Yeah.
Also in the future, Final Fight 3. I think this is coming out in a few weeks. I do enjoy this. Is the A cover. It's just a good cover. Udon rarely disappoints me with their covers. And that's a winner. The G.I. Joe, the number 1 that they're launching, I'm telling everybody, pump the brakes a little bit. There's 8,000 covers for G.I. Joe number 1. But as a Frizen collector, I will pick up this cover. There's several variants of it.
I was gonna say,
There's a lot of good covers on the G.I. Joe books, but again,
is this her exclusive or is this like
no? This is cover Q. This is just the foil cardstock cover. There's a few variations of this cover. Like I said, there's a lot. There's a lot of really good covers. Again, the problem is there's so many damn books that it's going to really water down those ratios that are out there.
Who has G.I. Joe right now?
Skybound?
It's Skybound.
Skybound, okay.
Yeah. So maybe Dom will hear something about this if he's at the Skybound event party tonight. But we'll see. We'll see. He has to show up to tell us. Maybe show us some pictures, something other than himself. Gone. And last on the list, I've been enjoying the series, the Jenny Sparks series. It's a good Simone DeMeo cover. It's Tom King series. It's been pretty decent. She's a good character. And with the stuff that's coming with the Authority and stuff like that, it's not a bad title to read. And there's some winter covers in there as well. So that's what we got for this week.
I like that Frizen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good Frizen. Any dark background cover Frizens always seem to be really good. Her stuff really always pops on it. So that's what we got.
Oh my Lord. Speaking of segments that you just wonder when it's going to die on the vine, run out of juice. That's not a comic sell of the week. I thought maybe we had done this already. So until Joe was like, I don't think so. So I was like, okay, well, let's do it.
Board games? No, I don't think we have.
Board games. Yeah. And some of them aren't, well, I guess they are basically vintage. I think all of them that I picked. Hero Quest sealed. So sealed's a big thing. Sealed mint from 1990 Milton Bradley. Sold for $1,550 on a best offer early last month.
Yep.
It is sealed, which is probably a big, I don't know what an open one would sell for, but it's probably
not 1,500.
Pretty cool. No, surely not. But and then we get Godzilla. I don't know, a little before my time, but this Godzilla was opened, so it is listed as rare. The seller's words, not mine. From 1963, it's by Ideal. Another fixed price sale, not even a best offer. Someone just flat out said, "I'll pay the $600 for this one." Again, back early last month. Yeah, Godzilla's kind of like I don't know. They kind of like. Would you put Godzilla fans in the Spawn and some of those other categories? Pokemon.
I don't think they don't pay up enough. Like Spawn people pay serious money for tons of Spawn stuff. I don't know if there's as big a market for the Godzilla stuff in terms of people willing to shill out the big bucks.
Yeah, $600, even though it's just $600. I mean, for an open one, I was a little surprised. But even a later one, which probably may be due to scarcity, because I didn't post all the pictures of this one, but not in the best shape. The kind of pictures I chose of the box here make it look like it's in probably a little better shape than it is. The box is like, you can like flatten that thing out. It's not, and the corners are not connected. Corners are not connected. Be a Manager, National League Edition, opened, very rare, according to the seller, 1967 Bamco. One bid, which is, I guess, pretty much a buy it now, $1,350 earlier this month. Pretty cool. Am I driving? Okay. So, whoops. Oh, good. There were 3 slides, right?
Yep. Yeah, that should be there.
Okay. All right. So this one, I just put this one in here because I saw 2 sales for this one from 1981. Dark Tower, which is an electronic game. So we're getting kind of dipping our toe into the electronic games about that time. The first one is open but never played. The guy actually posted a video with it of the auction. Sold for 40 bids, sold for $560 and a little bit of change in August 20th. Similarly, open but completely working is the other one. And it kind of actually shows you a lot of the pieces, and like the little tower in the middle is electronic, so it's got lights that go up and down, and I guess batteries not included. Same thing there. Milton Bradley, 1981, sold on a best offer of $525 in late September. And then, lastly, you can get your games graded in case you've been hiding under a rock and not watching any shows on collecting. You can get anything graded, which kind of has me wondering. I was going to pull it out and I got lazy, but I've showed it off before. I have a sealed Star Wars Destroy the Death Star game back there.
Nice.
That if I can ever figure out and ever trust how to get it to grading, I might actually get it graded because it is sealed. But yeah, you can get stuff graded, including games. This is a slime monster game, which was graded by AFA, came back in 1977 Mattel, best offer accepted of $1,000 for this game. I don't know if I've ever heard of this game. Styx, you remember this game?
No, I don't remember. No. I was too busy watching Star Wars in 1977.
The kids on the cover look really excited to be playing slime monster game. Sorry. And then lastly, something we've all seen. There was no year given for this one. Monopoly opened vintage. Like I said, no date was given for this one, but it does appear to be pretty old by the looks of the deeds. The deeds
maybe 20s or 30s.
Yeah, they don't have any color on the deeds. The money looks pretty plain. The deeds just kind of say, what the property is, etc. Nothing, nothing, no colors. Of course, this is Parker Brothers. $1,500 for this back in late August.
That is rich for my blood.
Yeah, our games I had back when I was a kid. I used to play Payday, Aggravation, Life. Yeah, those games didn't stand a chance. Those games, the boards were just tore up, pieces got lost, vacuumed up. It just it's
in that shag carpet.
Yeah. Appreciate it, Cosmic. So yeah, what we're gonna do next week, no idea, but
we'll come up with something for you.
Come up with something, yeah.
But
that's not a comic sale of the week.
Not bad at all. Board games there's a market for them, and they are things you could definitely find out there. Especially flea markets, antique shop, antique malls, especially stuff like that. They'll they'll have stacks.
Parents buy them for their kids. Either A, the kids grow out of them, or B, parents will buy them for their kids, thinking their kids might actually want to spend time with them, and then find out they don't.
Yeah.
They just sit.
Yes.
Someone's speaking from experience, but they just sit and collect dust.
I'll still pick up one or so at a flea market or garage sale, or like white elephant sales. You always find them. It's a big stack of them there. You know, a lot of times it's all a lot of Monopoly games. But
James, did you play Dark Tower as a kid? I don't know if I've ever heard of it, to be honest. But I wasn't. Yeah, Payday was my game of choice back in the day.
We always played Trouble. My grandparents had one of those. We always played Trouble when we would go.
Me and my brother used to play Aggravation, and it would always end in a fight. Just about.
I was a big Parcheesi fan myself. I enjoyed the Parcheesi.
No Rummikub?
Yeah, it's what was laying around the house at the time, you know. That and the Game of Life was always fun because you got to shove all the people in the car. Yep. That was always nice. Let me pull this up here for you, Jedi. 1 second. Once this loads, there you go. There you go.
Oh, that's the one everybody's fighting over. Okay, well, I can see why. Yep. I saw that, but didn't even know it was a Vampy cover. To be honest with you. Okay, yep. I get it now.
Yeah.
All right. I can see why it's popular.
Yeah, it's a nice one. It is a nice one, but that is what it is. That's that one and the Spawn one. I think are going to be the keepers from the con. But who knows?
I'd be lying.
Stuff always pops out.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't want it. So.
Oh, I definitely want it. I love Wheeljack stuff, but I'll find it down the line eventually. Styx.
Yes.
Not only do I have your trivia in here, I have your where to find Universal Monsters after this as well. So
okay, cool. So game this week is we're going to go right into part 2 of our Universal Monsters trivia. I know Jedi's looking forward to it. He looks forward to my trivia every week. I can tell.
I can't look at anybody else and.
I mean, listen, other trivia that you see on the YouTube's probably pale in comparison to the Styxboy trivia.
I feel bad because I feel like the audience is really going to depend on me more this week than normal because it's so few of us, and so now I feel responsibility. I feel a responsibility to perperform. And
two of us know the answers, so it is all up to you.
Oh, Joe! Oh, shit! That's right. Oh man, no! Oh my God! Feed myself.
Joe can fake it if he wants, but
I'll fake it.
All right.
If it's any consolation, I didn't pay that close attention when I was letting this deck.
Well, PK's not here to
Fair
see
enough.
this.
Fair enough. All right. Question number 1. What was the Mummy inspired by to make a movie? So we're talking about Universal Monsters. The Mummy. Was it a traveling Egyptian museum?
What inspired the movie?
The movie The Mummy.
The Mummy. Okay.
Yeah.
Remember, Universal had multiple mummies.
Yes, we do have multiple mummies, but we're talking about the original one here. Traveling Egyptian museum. The opening of Tutankhamun's tomb. Was it a novel, or was it based on a real life story?
Oh, wait a minute! Wasn't the opening of King Tut's tomb a real life story?
Yes, it was.
Ah! Yes, it was.
Sneaky son of a bitch. I'm going to say B, the opening of King Tut's tomb.
Yeah, that's a fair one to choose.
Yeah.
Let's see what the viewers even care, but we'll see what
There we
go.
B. Yeah, I think Cosmic's right. I think it's B.
Yeah, B. Yeah. So in my thinking, a real life story would mean, there's an actual real life walking mummy. So the opening Tutankhamun's tomb was the correct answer.
Hey, I did pretty good when
it was big at the time. It was big at the time.
Very big. 1922, that was the biggest thing going at that point.
Prohibition wasn't small news either, probably back was.
No, but All right. Question number 2. Lon Chaney Jr. played the Wolfman how many times? Was it 2, 3, 4, or 5 times.
That looks like Brucifer. Isn't that Brucifer?
Are we including Abbott and Costello?
That is our Brucifer. You're correct.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Lon Chaney Jr., not to be confused with Lon Chaney Sr.,
who was far more talented. Lon Chaney Sr. was far more talented.
Not even close. I actually feel a little sorry for Junior having to grow up in the shadows of Senior. How many times? Oh God, I have no clue. What's Tyson says 5. Cosmic says 5. Mama Bear says 3. I'm gonna split the difference and say 4, only because it's my lucky number.
Oh, okay.
It's not in any of my passwords. Don't kind of.
And by the way, when we get into the spotlight tonight, the fewest amount of books, Wolfman.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
And your answer here is
5. Okay.
It is indeed 5. He played, of course, the original Wolfman. Then he does Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula, and he plays the Wolfman, Wood Talbot, and Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein.
11D. Yeah,
Monsters
he kind of
have
had
a lot
that
of real
role
estate.
now.
Yeah. Well, they said that he only wanted to play. He didn't want any other actor to play it. He wanted to play it. Well, I guess it's he wanted to make it his thing. So
Sure. Yeah.
Why not? His father had his own thing, and so he wanted his thing.
Yeah, that's how.
Yes, his father was probably the better actor, but I think I like Lon Chaney's bracket of work. I like what he did with his time behind the camera. So
yeah,
that's just me.
No, he was good, but his father and what his father could do.
That's not a question. All right, up next, number 3. Here's our true or false question. The Bride of Frankenstein is based on the Frankenstein novel by Mary Shelley.
Wait a minute.
Is that true or false?
Did his father really play Wolfman?
His father did not play.
Never played.
His father played Phantom of the Opera.
I thought you guys were just blowing smoke. Okay, no. The Bride of Frankenstein is based on the Frankenstein novel by Mary Shelley. Oh. Mary
Shelley.
I'm gonna say. I feel like you're trying to be sneaky here, but I'm gonna say false because unless the novel was longer, then
it was not a long novel.
I'm gonna say false.
No.
Cosmic says true. Mama Bear says false.
I definitely agree. Benicio del Toro does need more respect for the Wolfman. That was a good movie. I enjoyed that. Benicio del Toro always just deserves respect. He's just too good.
I'm gonna say false.
You're gonna stick with false?
I got a feeling though you're gonna like.
All right.
You're tricking me.
Well, you may have fallen into the trap because the answer is true. Well, like it says here, while not explicitly detailed in the novel, a concept of a female monster is present in the book Frankenstein. Where we get
just because we love Benicio del Toro.
I say he'll flip you.
He'll what?
Flip you. Flip you for real.
Love Benicio del Toro.
Flip you for real. All right. Question number 4. I forgot to change the corner emblem. Which is the only actor for Universal to play the most monsters? So you got your top monster characters. Which one of these played the most of those monsters? Was it Bela Lugosi, Lon Chaney Jr., Boris Karloff, or Claude Rains?
That's actually a tough question.
I only heard of B because he was in a previous question. I've heard of Bela Lugosi. I've heard of Boris Karloff.
Karloff was your Frankenstein.
I don't know who Claude Rains is. I'm going to say Bela Lugosi. Sweet mystery of life. I finally found you. I'm split. Mama Bear split between B and C.
Hmm.
And Cosmic, everybody says B. Terry says D. Nobody's saying A.
People just remember Bella as Dracula.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, screw it. I'll stay with A. I don't think that's right, but I think it's maybe C, but I'll stick with A since that's what I said first.
All right. Mama's leaning to B now. Okay, she's leaning into B. So
Mama's leaning to B. Well, in that case, let me.
Has she swayed your vote? All right.
Yes.
And your answer is B. Lon Chaney Jr. So, of course, he's played the Wolfman, but he's also played Frankenstein. He's played a mummy in one of the sequels, and then he's also played Dracula.
That guy.
In The Son of Dracula.
He looks like he can handle his liquor.
I take it back. He's
doesn't he?
He's better than his dad. Yeah. A lot of range there.
Yeah. He wasn't willing to turn down a part. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's like Senior was insane. What Senior could do was insane with makeup back in the day, and he did his own makeup. So
but his first one was Hunchback, right? So what he did with that was.
How come everybody I see from that time period in a black and white picture, I immediately think that they're sitting in the barber shop in Mayberry, waiting on a haircut?
Every time I see him, I think I want a cigarette and a glass of bourbon. I
just think he's waiting to get a haircut from Floyd.
All right, our final question here might be a tough one. Which is not considered a Universal monster movie? Is it A, Abigail? Is it B, The Invisible Man? C, Brendan Fraser's The Mummy? Which is not considered.
Abigail was a fun movie, by the way. I
liked Abigail, but now I immediately might want to go to Abigail, but I'm like, Styx is up to something. This is not.
I enjoyed the Invisible Man as well. That would be my choice in this for the simple fact that it's a just completely different story.
Wait a minute. Isn't the Invisible Man, wasn't he a Universal monster? He wasn't? The Mummy obviously was. I'm confused. I can.
What we got here? Cosmic says C. I didn't see who else said it. If anyone else said it.
Which is not considered a Universal monster. As in Universal, like the movie company, right? Universal.
Yep, Universal monster movie.
I'm going to say Abigail. I've heard of all the others. How can it? Yeah, I'm with Tyson. I'm going to say Abigail. I never heard of Abigail before the movie. So unless she's a concept and one of some freaking novel or some bullshit, I have no idea. It's got to be Abigail.
Mama says, okay, Mama Bear's finally chimed in. She said B. She says The Invisible Man. All right. And your answer is all of these are Universal monster movies.
Yeah.
Abigail. Abigail. It wasn't a choice. It wasn't a choice, but you could have said none.
It wasn't a choice.
So Abigail was produced by Universal.
How long are we gonna get away with this shit, Joe?
Dracula.
Okay, fair enough. I am interested in the fact that Abigail is considered. That's fair enough, but that doesn't change the fact that you can't give a multiple choice answer where the answer is not one of the multiple choices.
Where's it? You just got Styx the video.
Yeah, I know. I need to make that video. You got Styx.
You got Styx.
I am working on that one.
I think that, everybody's on my side on this one. Yeah, I know. I'm not. Why'd I trust him? I knew better.
Cheat. Well, I hope you had fun anyway. Thank you for playing.
Any fun was ruined by the lack of consideration for Western culture and following the rules and anything else that I can think of right now that makes you look bad for pulling that.
You know, I go back to one thing you said a long time ago when I did my trivia one day. You said in the Navy, if there's
if in doubt,
question
Charlie
where if it says anything other like A and B or both, you pick that one. So I left that one out.
Always choose both or all of the above.
But there is a saying in the Navy that says, "If in doubt, Charlie out."
That's true.
So, yeah, I don't want to mess with Joe Slides, but yeah, Charlie wasn't the answer. Anyway.
No, it definitely was not.
Styx is
so Styx, where can we see some Universal monster movies if we want to watch?
All right. So currently, there's quite a few places actually you can go to watch your Universal monster movies on streaming. So as of right now, you can go to Peacock. Peacock has just about every Universal monster movie on there with Renfield, and down there you see little Abigail.
Yeah, I know now. Yeah.
Including, and if you haven't watched it, it's worth a watch. The Mummy, the Brendan Fraser Mummy cartoon series is not bad. Not bad at all.
How can I trust you?
It has to be better than the Tom Cruise Mummy movie. So
yeah. Well, it takes place kind of in between the first and the second one. It's good. It gives his son something to do.
If you've seen Brendan Fraser recently, it looks like he ate several mummies.
Or a son.
Yes.
Renfield was good. I liked Renfield.
I love Renfield. That's really great.
Was good too. I enjoyed it.
You could also go on to Prime Video and watch some of the Universal monster movies, including Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein.
Prime has so many crazy. I mean, these are classics, I guess, but
yeah.
Prime. Have you ever gone down the rabbit hole of horror movies on Prime?
I've gone down the Tubi rabbit hole. And that is a dark, dirty place, let me tell you.
Prime, I ended up, and I think Styx has watched this one before, but aside from Velociraptor, I'm sorry. Velocipaster.
Yes.
There's like Attack of the Killer Sofa, and there's just like...
I haven't seen that one.
It may just be Killer Sofa. I can't remember what it is. It's like there's some weird shit on there.
I was looking through Tubi, and Tubi normally will run like a few seconds of the movie as you're going through them if you stay on it for too long at the top of the screen. There was one I came across. It was just Bush. The first 2 seconds, Bush just right on the screen. I was like, what? It was good 70s Bush.
Yeah, you had Joe at Bush.
You had me at Bush.
All right, and of course you can also go over to Netflix. You got Van Helsing. You got the new Monsters take movie that they did, which isn't bad. To me, it's not bad. You get Sylvester McCoy in there as Igor, whatever, however you want to say him.
Is that the Rob Zombie one you know about?
That's the Rob Zombie one, yeah.
Whoops, did I do
that? No, you're fine. Oh. And of course, there's and Tubi has Son of Dracula. Universal Monsters has its own 24-hour monster channel, which right now, leading up to Halloween, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of stale because they've been playing the Monsters back to back.
Respect tradition, Tyson. Respect tradition.
I love the Monsters TV show, but I can't watch it 24/7.
Joe, one of these days we're going to have to kind of discover where your boundaries are.
I don't really have.
I don't know if this is the time or the place. But I'm curious.
I don't have too many.
Here's the line. There's Joe. Over the line.
All righty. Let's look at some Universal Monster books. These are books that are either directly Universal Monster books or inspired by Universal Monsters. because there's not a lot of actual true Universal monster comics. You had a short Dark Horse. You had a short Dark Horse series of actual Universal monster, and then you had the current stuff that is coming out with the Dracula stuff they did, the Creature from the Black Lagoon Lives, and the Frankenstein stuff now. But actual true, you find stuff like this. We'll start with Jekyll and Hyde here. You can find some old books. You can find some of the Marvel supernatural thrillers. The Classics Illustrated have a lot of it. A lot of it is based off of the novels, not necessarily the movies, even though the movies are loosely based off of a lot of the books as well. But you also had a fun Sherlock Holmes versus Jekyll and Hyde series through DC as well, which was,
is that the same art? Is that by chance? Is that Plug? Was it Plug?
I don't know whether that's Plug or not. I would.
Certainly looks like the same style that you would have seen on like Ghost Rider or something.
I don't think Plug did that, but it is definitely they were at the same time with the same vein of the horror stuff that Marvel was putting out at that time. All the Marvel horror stuff is very underrated.
I like the cover.
Yeah. There's our Hunchback in Notre Dame. Throw a few covers in there. Not much for Hunchback in Notre Dame that's out there. Again, you can find your Classics Illustrated. And this was a redo of Classics Illustrated that was done in the 90s. But you can find a handful of some of the horror stuff with their stuff. And I think this is Paladin Press, the second one there. They do a lot of the illustrated, even though it's mostly the books. So it's the original Victor Hugo book of Hunchback of Notre Dame, but still in comic form nonetheless. There's Mr. Lon Chaney Sr. Look what that man did with makeup in the 20s and 30s. That's amazing. But you did have a short little Phantom of the Opera series from Innovation.
I just picked that one up recently. I hadn't seen it before, and I had to pick it up. So.
Yeah, the winner out of this is definitely the Eternity Comics Phantom of the Opera cover there. That's one of the better ones. And then you had Dead like. Yeah, and then you had a really crappy graphic novel with it as well from Graphic Planet. There's not much out there with Phantom of the Opera. The big boy is Dracula. You get more Dracula books than anything else because the characters were used in many, 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 many different ways. As you could tell, because Dell was like, hey, you remember classic Dracula? Here's this fucked up thing we're going to give you and call it the new Dracula. And we're going to give it to you the episode after giving you Dracula running in a Dell series. So they did this with a handful of the monsters with Dell. They would give you like the classic, and then an episode or issue later, they would give you the new version, which I don't know. Dracula looks a little more stylish in his original format. There was the Dell Giant size where you had a Universal Pictures Dracula and the Mummy, which is pretty good.
That's a good book.
Yeah.
I have that.
Of course, with Marvel, you have Tomb of Dracula. A lot of the good Dracula stuff is in Marvel Magazine. So never sleep on those magazine boxes because, number one, the art on those, especially the covers, always tends to be some of the best art that's out there in a lot of the old horror magazines. And again, you have a Paladin at the end there for the Bram Stokers. You had your giant-sized chillers. You got your Dracula and your first good Lilith. It's the Lilith I prefer in Marvel. Is the first Lilith, the daughter of Dracula. But again, the magazines are the way to go. There's just really, really great covers on them. Like I said, you had a handful of good Dracula books and bad Dracula books. The Apple Comics ones, there's a couple good covers in there and some bad covers. And then the guy on the right, I don't know what's happening to him below the frame of that comic, but it's a pretty awful Dracula cover. One of my favorite covers was the Apple Comics, the Big Bad Blood of Dracula, which is in tabloid form because it has an interesting Hitler has been cloned little headline at the top where it says he's alive today and looks like a giant blood-sucking tick, say experts. But there's some fun stuff in that book as well.
Elvis is not in this comic.
Shocking.
Yeah, like I say, Dracula was used a lot for a lot of these series, and most of them are off titles. You do have some tops with the movie remake adaptation.
Beautiful art in that one. Beautiful art.
Yeah.
Was Dracula spot foiled on that or no?
No.
No. Tops stayed away from that a lot. Marvel always goes back to the Dracula well with stuff, and you have stuff going across the decades where you'll pull up Dracula books. There's a fun Dracula 3D book. Everyone loves 3D.
They come with red and blue glasses.
Nope. Did not.
That's the best.
Oh, actually, you know what? It might have. I would have to check because most of the 3D books would come with a nice paper, shitty 3D glasses.
What company was it?
I forget who even did the 3D. It was one of those off shit. Shit.
I don't have that one, so I don't know. Yeah, you might have.
Like I said, Marvel always goes back to the well. If you want early Dracula, there was a Young Dracula series, which had some pretty nice covers on it. Dracula Motherfucker. If you like your Dracula that way, a little more soulful. There was recently the Cult of Dracula book, which had some really nice covers on it as well. And then, of course, we get into the whole Universal line that Image put out with Dracula. Your classic Dracula.
Yeah.
Dracula Motherfucker, not to be
Dracula Motherfucker.
Dracula, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
And
Frankenstein was used more as a jokey character early on in the Golden Age stuff. In some of those spoof books.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
And this is just totally out of the blue. Well, not out of the blue because it's in the. Remember, I told you I was listening to that Vampirella
audiobook.
The audiobook.
Blood Invasion audiobook. So in this, I'm still not done with it. But in this book, right, she teams up with like Dr. Frankenstein and Dracula and some witch, I don't know, Evilly or anyway. But in the book, Dr. Frankenstein has his monster with him, and he asked this 100% just like Vampirella. Vampirella's on a mission, and Dr. Frankenstein asked Vampirella if she can bring back some frozen burritos for the monster because he loves them, and it just got me to thinking. I've never even thought about Frankenstein taking a shit.
Oh man! Well, you can see it in the far right New Frankenstein from Dell.
Like, yeah.
You can see what it looks like when he takes a shit.
I never even thought about that. Like,
does he? Does maybe it just all stays in there. He just gets very bloated. Maybe it just falls out of his stomach. Who knows?
Just open the compartment and take it out, shovel it out, close it back up.
Yeah, but Dell again did their fun thing where it's like, hey, you like Frankenstein? Here's this piece of shit coming up next. It's New Frankenstein. Marvel had the Frankenstein monster series and Monster Frankenstein, which were both very good as well.
Versus Dracula.
Yes. There's a lot of good Marvel crossover series with Dracula. The first one with Monster Frankenstein there's kind of your bride as well. So you get a twofer there. You get Frankenstein and the bride on the cover.
Okay.
Of course, I had to throw in some smut. So there is Forbidden Frankenstein as well.
What's going on?
they're impressed. They're impressed how he's put together. Yeah, on the far right you have Universal Monsters, the Dark Horse. Again, those are from I think 93. They did a few of those. So if you want the branded Universal Monsters, that is a place to go. And Topps had a Mary Shelley's Frankenstein series as well, which has some pretty cool covers. You can always go with your Classics Illustrated again, which is good. The Monster of Frankenstein, which is a collection of all those Frankenstein Golden Age appearances. You can grab that. I liked Frankenstein Mobster. I just had to throw that in there because it amused me. He's done up nice. He's done up nice there.
I got a question for Tyson, because Tyson, I remember last week, was really up to date, up to speed on all the like modern horror comics out that were out. I wonder if did they ever do it? And it seems like they did comics for all that stuff I didn't think of. Was there a True Blood comic? Since we're talking about
yes,
there was a True Blood comic.
Yes,
I love you, Suki.
Yeah, there's a True Blood series. I want to say Dynamite put it out.
That does not surprise me, but yeah,
that would definitely be on brand. Kolchak, he has a handful of encounters with lots of monsters, but you do have a Frankenstein agenda there with him. Yeah.
The Moonstone brand is, Kolchak aside, is really good for monster stuff.
And there's some fun Kolchak covers in all of those series. You got your DC Frankenstein as well. You got the Agents of Shade. If you're a Mike Mignola fan, he did a handful of series with Frankenstein Underground and Frankenstein Unbound. There were about 3 series that he did as well with some pretty cool Mike Mignola covers. IDW had Bernie Wrightson's Frankenstein series as well. Has some fun covers.
That IDW series started at a different company and went to IDW.
Yeah.
So, good look for that.
I figured I'd throw Weird War in there as well because it's a good Frankenstein cover on there.
Topical.
And then you get into the modern Universal Monsters, the series that's out now with the Frankenstein covers, which again has good covers. It's an okay story. I know the Universal titles now have been kind of hit or miss in terms of the storyline in them. There've been a lot of good covers, but I haven't liked the Creature from the Black Lagoon one, but Frankenstein is all right. Dracula was really good, I thought. Jay Scott has a True Blood as well.
Yeah.
The Mummy, again, not a ton of Mummy stuff out there. I was surprised. You had the Living Mummy through that Supernatural Thriller series, which was pretty good. You do have Adele. I figured I'd throw Anne Rice in there as well.
Adele.
Great series, the Anne Rice series. Innovation.
Yeah. And there was another, smaller title Mummy series as well. I can never go wrong with the Mummy feeling up some broad. Eros Comics always loves to throw some sexy monsters in there. So you got Sins of the Mummy for that as well. In the middle, you have the Dark Horse Universal Monsters Mummy cover, which is a great Mummy cover, probably one of the best.
My favorite.
The one in the middle looks sad. He must be celibate Mummy. He's like, nobody likes me.
Wish I was like the guy next to me.
Couldn't get no play.
And again, Moonstone also has Domino Lady, and there was a Domino Lady versus the Mummy as well.
Oh.
Again, not a lot of Wolfman stuff.
No.
Other than this Dell book, there's not really anything with the actual Wolfman. There's plenty of werewolf shit out there. And Werewolves of London, not the remake, but Werewolves of London was a Universal Monster movie as well. And there was this weird tale of werewolves that had the Werewolf of London in it.
Yeah, we'll take it.
You have your Invisible Man. Again, you got a little bit in terms of some Golden Age, and then you got some Marvel had one of the supernatural thrillers as Invisible Man. Again, you get your classics illustrated. Marvel had this Marvel Classic Comics imprint as well, which has a handful of the monster books in it. And I figured I'd throw it in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen as well. I'd be remiss not to throw it.
Why is he always wrapping himself in stuff?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd do it, man. I'd be butt naked all the time.
Yeah.
You'd be like, rolling. I walk by, whoa. Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, you seem you're not taking advantage of the invisibility.
Yeah, it's just like anyway.
And with Bride of Frankenstein, there's not really a ton of Bride of Frankenstein stuff. I mean, you get a handful of it through DC, through either the Agents of Shade or, I guess, we'll get her in Creature Commandos, I believe, when we get that series as well. Yeah, there was a ton of decent Zenoscope cheesecake here and there from the Van Helsing stuff. There's a handful of good stuff. This Jughead cover, by the way, is still my favorite creature. To have Gilman on there, that's still my favorite Gilman cover of all time. On the Jughead cover, you got nice Art Adams cover there for the Dark Horse Creature of the Black Lagoon Universal Monsters, and then you got the new series as well, which didn't enjoy it as a read, but it did have some eye candy on the covers. Yeah. And of course, you could always go back to your Dell for a good old classic cover.
The creature.
There is a second printing of that Dell.
Yes. A lot of these Dells have second printings, which look almost identical to the first printing in almost every way. And that's what we got for Universal Monsters.
Nice. Yeah. A lot of great stuff.
Those are cool.
Yeah. Monsters are fun. I don't have any news tonight. Does anyone have any news? I have one news story. I didn't put it in the deck. I know Sony is looking to do possibly a Silver Sable series movie. Right.
Bringing it back.
But it was a Sony news story, so I figured nobody would give a shit. Because it's Sony. So other than that,
I'm trying to think what some of the stuff Brucefer put in the chat.
I normally don't.
That was interesting. He was saying that more people watched Terrifier 3 than was reported because apparently underage children were buying tickets to see the Wild Robot and then sneaking in to see Terrifier. So
way to go, kids.
Good on them. Way to use your noodle and get around that bullshit.
Yeah. So the Rovers or the guys with the flashlights, they don't do anything. I don't know what they do when they come in there. They're usually kids themselves, but apparently they're not going to.
They make sure no one's talking on their cell phone.
I wish they would do that. They don't do anything. I don't know what they do when they come in there.
They do that at my theater.
God bless them. They don't. You have to go tell them. You have to be a Karen at the theater I go to. You have to go get them. Hey, some idiot is in there and will not get off their cell phone.
Yeah.
You're like, okay.
I never see them ever do anything other than shine the flashlight around randomly.
Yep.
Then walk back.
Well, they walk across like they're doing something very important. Like they'll walk across and they're like, okay, we have to enter some code or else we're going to get in trouble because we have to do this every 10 minutes.
Got to hit their taco dot.
Yeah, as long as nobody's getting stabbed, I don't think they really care about what's going on in there. So no other real news for me this week. I got nothing. I depend on Brucefer to come up with all the juicy rumors of somebody said they want to play a role in a popular franchise.
Yeah, X-Xter wants the X role to make X amount of money.
Yes.
No shit.
Yeah. Comic says movie theaters are understaffed. You're probably not wrong. I noticed the theater I go to, there's no middle. The people that work there are either 80 years old or they're 18 years old. There's no in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
So
when there is an in between, it's very disturbing.
Well, at both those ages, you just don't give a shit, right? 80, you don't give a shit. 18, you don't give a shit. It's like, so yeah. So,
but I get very unsettled when I see like the 40-year-old person working in there. It's
didn't achieve.
Yeah, unless they're running the place, they shouldn't be.
Yeah, it's a little squirrely. All right, Jedi, you want to?
So we're actually gonna do this, huh?
Yeah, we got 27 people watching. Why not? Let's give it a go. You want me to run the intro here?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, here you go, everybody.
Biscuit. I'm gonna butter that biscuit. I'm gonna butter. Biscuit.
Yep, that about sums it up. This is like, this is kind of like, distance, kissing cousins of mugshot shotties. Yeah, this is like, if you watch our show, you watch SNS, you kind of come to expect not everything is going to be tasteful. Some things you should probably like, should I do this? Should I not? But it's all in good fun.
You want tasteful? Watch Kathy Bates in Matlock.
So this is a matching game, like very much like mugshot shotties, or where we have women and men, but we're going to focus on women because it's more fun. Women that are incarcerated, we don't know if they're guilty. We don't even know what they're in for.
Oh, we know they're guilty because they're incarcerated. They're in prison. They're in prison. They're not in jail. They're in prison.
They're framed. But they want companionship. They're looking for love, and so there's these several websites that allow them to look for companionship for when they get released and reintroduced to society.
That commissary card ain't gonna fill itself.
So here are our choices this week.
Nice.
You have 5 pictures, but only 4 letters, so there is not really going to be as much process of elimination. You're not going to be able to whittle down to that final answer. But we're going to read excerpts from their Looking for Love letters and see if we can match it with the lady that wrote the letter.
It amazes me they have access to so many things while incarcerated.
Right.
Because they seem to be able to send lots of pictures and have phones and have all kinds of computer time. Styx, I think you need to get incarcerated. I think you'll get better internet service.
I guess so.
That's probably true at this point. All right, so we're going to kick it off with letter number 1, and we're going to try to match it between A, B, C, D, or E. Letter number 1. I'm only in here for a couple more weeks. I'd love to have someone to talk to and maybe hook up with when I get out. I'm a freak. I love sex all the time, no matter what race. I prefer huge. Huge what? We don't know, but she prefers huge.
She likes to make the sex.
I'm down for anything. Who is that? A, B, C, D, or E? Got a lot of C's in the chat already. Wow,
it's tough. I mean, I'm kind of leaning to E, and I'm feeling E in this one. She looks like she's down.
She does look like she's ready for
I don't think she needs to advertise though that she's
in prison. She
likes the sex.
I think we can tell that from her picture.
Tyson says E, and then he says, "Please let it be E."
There's no like, oh, I just like it in the morning. I just like all the time. She likes the sex.
Yeah.
She likes the sex. She likes to be a freak. She don't care. She's not any race. She's she don't care as long as it's huge.
As long as you're well endowed.
Huge. Well, we don't know. Maybe she likes big earlobes. I don't know. All right, who is it? A, B, C, C, or E?
Like
it is drum roll B.
Oh my! She looked like the most likely to cut you while you're sleeping.
She does have an angry look about her. Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like she doesn't.
And that one eye is wandering a little bit.
She doesn't take bologna.
no, she likes salami.
Maybe she does. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Believe it or not, she likes a good time.
She likes it.
Just
Just sleep with one eye open because she's looking everywhere.
Maybe both. Maybe both.
Yeah, she's just Russian. That's okay. All right, next one. Fun, outgoing, looking for friendly pen pals.
She needs the commissary filled. She's gonna grab it. She's gonna draw you in slowly.
That's a strong jaw. You're right. That was a strong jaw.
Yeah.
All right. Fun, outgoing, looking for friendly pen pals. A couple of A's already.
I'm hoping it's D because she doesn't look either fun or outgoing, and
no, she
definitely
does
doesn't
not
look friendly. Definitely doesn't look friendly. So I'm hoping it's
I am
D.
fun and outgoing.
But I think it's going to be
a lot of A's. Oh my. Okay. Well, I say a lot. 3 A's.
No.
D.
Well, A is like the fun outgoing.
D needs to go. I won't date any of them. They should cut your. Yeah.
I think Cosmic is getting intimidated by D.
They're in for something, Black Spiders.
D looks like she would set you on fire.
Yeah.
Who is it that is fun, outgoing, just wants some friendly pen pals? It is E.
Oh my God.
That disappoints everybody. I think everybody's going to stop watching now. Now that we,
I just want to know what she's in for. That's that. Now I'm curious.
She could be a good Vampirella cosplayer there for you, John.
Yeah, she's very attractive.
Got the look of her.
Very, very attractive young lady.
You can up that commissary card. She can get some ramen and send you some pics and some Vampirella cosplay.
Yeah, she's
I don't
know when she went in. Obviously, she looks kind of young. If she's out now, we hope she is. She's making money on. She's making money on. What is it? What's that website they all make money on now?
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. Yeah, she's making money on OnlyFans. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know how to find her. So okay.
I like the creativity with the snake.
He will steal your money. Yep.
Of course.
Yeah. She's that stuff ain't cheap.
No.
Sure not. I picked her for a different one, Mama Bear. You just can't tell.
She belongs to the streets.
All right. Fun, loving, and carefree.
I'm really hoping it's D. I'm really hoping it's D.
Just some of these letters were very long. Some of them were very short. Some of them knew what they wanted. Some of them just wanted to look like they just wanted to write somebody. But fun, loving, and carefree. Only inmates. There you go. There's an idea, Mama Bear.
I'm sure it exists already.
Don't sit on that. Don't sit on it. Somebody will steal it from you. A lot of A's. People like A for a lot of things.
Well, she looks like the one that should be fun, right?
She's just got that look about her.
She does. Yeah. I can't tell if she's like 2 months pregnant, but
she may be a little pregnant. She may be a little pregnant, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Yeah. Just a little bit.
D is the answer for everything. Carefree, obviously. Tyson says C.
I'm kind of Tyson.
You think it's C?
I think it's C.
C looks like she likes to have fun.
Yeah.
Who is it though? Well, it's It's D.
Finally,
Yes.
D.
D is just, don't let her rugged.
She's fun loving and carefree.
She's just a ruggedly good looking lady, and she just likes to have fun.
Rugged.
Yeah, she's very carefree.
You wash that hair, and she's
Wash it. She's got dreads, man.
She looks like she'd be fun to take to a demo derby.
I know they're dreads, but they don't look like clean dreads. They look kind of dirty.
No.
Well, that's because she's carefree.
Yeah, okay.
She washes those in hemp.
She may have dreads under her arms too. I don't know. She just kind of got that look about her.
And I wonder, was that a birthmark or some type of bad tattoo under her eye?
I don't know. That's jeez. All right. So finally, the last one, and this is two young ladies that have garnered probably the most attention, other than E, for obvious reasons. But she's a short timer, coming home soon. Want me to come home to you? I'm 20, fun, and full of cum.
Wow. I'm going with the pregnant one on this one.
Keep it real with me, and I'll keep it wet for you. Save the best one for last, I thought. Always save the best for last.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with A. You don't have to worry about getting her pregnant, but you're definitely getting hepatitis.
She knows how to reel them in, though, this one. Whoever this is, she knows how to reel them in. Well, she knows how to spell because she spelled exactly what she meant to spell.
Yeah.
Right.
And
hey, she's wet with two T's, baby.
She can use a thesaurus. That's what she can.
Right. Tyson said this is absolutely. He didn't even have to say it. He just said A, 100%, like 5 or 6 A's there. Everybody says A. Come on, give us an A. Who is it? I think we're all going to get our wish. It is A.
A, there you go.
Yep. She is a fun-loving young lady.
Just a little pregnant.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. She's a short timer. She just did something stupid. She's getting out. She's 20 fun. She's 20 fun. Come on.
She got plenty of time to live her life and, correct any wrongdoing she's done, straighten out, navigate the straight and narrow, and I think she's got a way of luring men to
nothing. A few shots of penicillin can't cure.
She got plenty of life ahead of her. So, yeah.
I enjoy
it. AA is part of her parole.
Yeah. I enjoy that quite a bit. That was fun. We'll have to keep that up. And if you enjoy Prison Pen Pals, I would suggest you all watch Love After Lockup, which is the best reality show on television.
You don't want us to backtrack to E for you. Let her know what you've been up to.
Like I said, Love After Lockup, again, best reality show on television. You get these women that reached out to the men, and you actually get to see what these relationships look like for the men that reply to these, and women that reply to the men when they get out. And let me tell you, there is some interesting scenes in that show. It's well worth the watch.
Sure, she's been mentioned on Missing It. And I do want to I want to thank the guys on SNS because we realized this is kind of a close cousin to Misconnections. So I actually talked to Kyle. I said, hey, is this okay? I think this would be a fun idea. Kyle's like, go for it. Sounds like a great time. So I appreciate that.
There you go.
I liked it.
SNS knows fun when they see it.
Yeah, just think where these ladies are now. Who knows? Who knows where they are? Well, gentlemen, if you haven't subbed to the channel, give us a thumbs up if you liked it. Sub up to the channel if you haven't. Sub up to Bruce, even though he bailed on us tonight. Say hi to Max.
Damn you, Brucifer.
He made it to the stream, but he had a long drive, so
yeah,
we'll give him dispensation for one day. So up Styx, I need to start updating stuff on my site as well with some more of these spotlights.
Yeah, I need to start clipping trivia for my channel too.
Yeah, I hate clipping stuff. I despise clipping stuff, and the spotlights are too long, so I just run them as a presentation and a condensed 2-minute slideshow that runs through. So I figure people can go back and check that and see covers and stuff like that quickly. Tomorrow, the SNS boys will be on doing their best to one-up us in terms of debauchery. Sunday night, I don't know. Wayseeker will talk about children's things. Dom will yell at him. It'll be interesting. Yeah. I don't know what else is going on in the Star Wars world right now. So
not much. Oh well, Andor just finished filming, so that's pretty much it.
There you go. There's your Star Wars news.
There were some, I mean, I don't know if they're going to cover it, but there were some pretty cool Star Wars exclusives that came out in NYCC too. They don't,
there you go.
I don't know if they normally cover exclusives on there or not, but there was
I think they do.
There was a cool Darth Vader by Gist that dropped it.
Oh yeah, the one with the white background and the red background.
It was a white and a red, yeah, that's pretty cool. Cool. And I think there was I saw a Darth Maul too. I don't know if it was an exclusive though or not, but I saw a Darth Maul by Gist.
Nice. Nice. I'm sure they'll have something on the list because there's always something weird going on that Wayseeker knows about.
There's always some kind of Star Wars news, even if it's
he reads those nerdy insider magazines. Like
good old Seattle.
I'm sure there's some Hasbro news from New York City Comic Con, and
Don'll have pictures of his like a little bit of the toy.
It'll be Dom this close, this close, and he'll pan for a second.
Yeah.
There's this stuff.
You'll see just a little bit of the
yeah.
You got to turn the camera, Dom. Show us what you're looking at.
But hopefully somebody locates Dom by Sunday. He's not still wandering around.
I'm going to try and meet up with him tomorrow. So.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys next week, you and Dom can give us the rundown on how things were at NYCC. We'll take a look at some of those.
It's sold out. It's sold out, Styx. But if you see that Vaporella laying on the ground, somebody hanging on to it just a little too loosely,
I'll snatch it out of Grandma's hands for you, Jedi. Don't worry. Hold on to this for me, Grandma. Okay, dear.
Yeah. Hopefully the crowds will be a little thinner with it being open more days, and it'll thin out maybe a little bit. But I don't know. Saturday's always a heavy day. But
Saturday's a heavy day. Yeah, and I'm going to be in line for most of it for my autographs. So.
Are you going to drive there? Are you going to Uber there? How do you get there, Styx? I mean,
I'll be driving in my little hatchback all the way down there.
You're going to drive all the way to the venue, park in the parking.
Yeah, I've already got my parking set up.
It's not downtown though. Is it downtown? Is it like
It's on 11th Street. It's on 11th Ave. So
that doesn't mean shit to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if that's it's not really the downtown, but
okay.
the whole island is downtown, or Manhattan's all downtown. So it's like 15 minutes away from the bus terminal. If that helps you.
Nope, not at all.
No,
it's okay though. That's okay.
Yes, you can jump out the window and land in the Hudson, I guess.
Well, it should be fun. This seems to be a pretty hopping con. I was a little disappointed with Baltimore this year. It wasn't as busy as I thought it was going to be, but it was still fun.
No, last year was a little busier.
Yeah, they had a lot of talent. They had a lot of talent there in terms of artists and stuff, but
they did.
I don't know. It seemed to thin
out.
A
lot of the only thing I know about cons is obviously what I see on Whatnot streams and things like that. But a lot of the artists they go to New York Comic Con.
That's what we all want.
They go to that one. I guess San Diego gets a little too crazy, too Hollywood.
Listen.
The focus isn't on the artists as much as it is the drops and the trailers and the celebrities.
San Diego's tough for housing. Tough to get a hotel there. People do a lot of Airbnb stuff there. It's expensive.
I will tell you, I am willing to look for exclusives for people. I am not getting any fist fights for anyone. Someone tries to throw a punch at me, I'm gonna duck and go the other way.
I prepaid for mine, so hopefully your experience is quick and easy with
Vault. Yeah, I think I'm going to the same booth for both you and Bruce first. So
yeah, same thing. So I'm excited.
I think I'll be fine there.
Yeah,
Vault didn't seem to like have too much high end stuff. Really, not like no Momoko or anything like that. That's what I mean.
No, their big thing was that the one that they had out, and like I said, because you could prepay for it and everything, it should be relatively straightforward. So good stuff.
I think we're good.
Well, I appreciate y'all hanging around tonight. Join us next week, where we'll continue the horror. I don't know what our theme will be next week. We've already kind of ran through horror movies. We've ran through Universal Monsters, but we'll find something. But you can guarantee there'll be tits in it. That's all I can say.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
At least Saibu. At least.
Yeah. There'll be some top-heavy ladies.
A lot of girls smuggling pumpkins. So.
Yep. We'll find something. We want to keep the horror rolling through October. As many horror themed things as we can. So
horror.
Yep. Horror.
Or
maybe we'll do some
pre-code. Going back to House of Horrors. Anybody else hearing
that? Well, we appreciate you all hanging out tonight for as long as you did.
Yes.
Have a great weekend. Jedi, you can actually get to dinner at a reasonable hour tonight.
Yeah, I think it's tonight. Maybe pizza night. I have to.
Lucky. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thanks for hanging around. Take care.
You're qualified.